bit of an echo going on. We will be opening up for actual user questions. So look for that. Other than that, spread the word as much as you can. Go to Anook.com, sign up for it if you haven't already. If you have, share the page, share the live stream, share everything. Go to Chalky's Anook page. What is your Anook page, anyways, brother?
Yeah, my name is Chalky on the website, so it's anook.com/Chalky.
Okay.
And also, I'm running the development blog on the website, so that would be anook.com/blogs/development.
Okay.
So if you want to keep track of the development on Anook, so just like follow me there and follow my profile, obviously, because I'm not the most famous guy on Anook, which bothers me a little bit. So get that up, please.
This is true. The developer should be the most highest ranking person there in my.
No, that's not really true. But I was just making fun.
Hey, whatever you got to do. They've got like Zuckerberg on Facebook. He's got like multi-millions of followers. You know.
Exactly.
You've got David that was on MySpace or whatever the heck his name was. I can't even remember back that far to MySpace.
Yeah, but he auto-followed, you know?
That's what I was about to say. You should have it auto-follow. You should be the first person that they follow.
Yeah, I'll consider that. Like, if I'm falling behind even more, yeah, I'm gonna consider that. Just kidding, I won't.
Sven's saying that I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Is it Chalky or is it Chauncey?
It's Chalky, actually.
Chalky, okay,
I don't think it's an English word. It's not a German word either. It's just made up. I have no idea. I have this username for so long. I can't change it anymore because all my friends know me like this. So it's really stupid. I have to get rid of it.
Hey, that's cool. I know exactly how it goes to have a nickname that you can't get past. So, but anyways, as I said before, we are Max Gamer Podcast. Go and check us out over on Anook as well. We are www.anook.com/page/Max-Gamer. That's our Nook. You can follow us from there. I'm Enigma. My brother, of course, is Zombie. How's it going, Zombie? You ready for this?
It's going. Let's get this thing going down.
Let's get this going then. Let's get these questions going really quickly. So I guess the first and foremost question that we have for you, David, is what is Anook and how did you come up with the idea of Anook? I mean, it's such a great idea, and you know it's been done before, but I don't think that it's been done in this scale that you're looking to do.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, maybe I'll just like start up with I came up with the idea. It's basically like 10 years ago, you know, or like even more so. I have no idea like when it actually started. But honestly, like my whole gaming career since I started gaming online, I was like sort of a little bit, you know, annoyed about my daily routine. Checking several blogs, checking, you know, forums of my clan, of my guild later on, the official forums of a game I was playing. You know, I had to check Facebook or whatever to keep up with my like real life buddies, what they are playing and what they are up to. So like I had like this half an hour to an hour every day where basically just like, you know, kept me updated on my gaming stuff. And this was really annoying. And I was always searching for a website which I would like more or less can combine all the stuff to like one thing, like one feed, like nowadays you would say something like that, or like the one website that I can visit to check out what's going on in the games that I'm interested in, and also like what my friends are up to. The other thing that was really bothering me was I used to play a game called Dark Age of Camelot. It was like an online roleplay game.
I remember it too.
I really loved that one, you know. And like I had a huge, super cool guild, and we were like the best on the server or whatnot. I really loved that. And then I had to take a break because I had so much work to do. So I had a break, had to take a break on this game. And I came back like half a year later, and everyone was gone. You know, I had like this big like circle of friends. Like not real life friends, but in-game friends. This big guild. The website was shut down. Like no one was on the server anymore. Like they switched server. I don't know. I can't even remember. And like it was so stupid because when I played, you know, World of Warcraft years later, like I stumbled upon like guys from back then. It was like already like 3-4 years ago. And we're like, hey, fuck, you know, we knew each other like once. We played a lot and it was so much fun. And we like sort of just like missed each other, and like there was no place where I could look for a username or could look for this guy that I used to play with in this certain game. So like those two things basically stuck in my head for years, and I always looked for this website which basically, you know, would cover those needs. And there just wasn't coming any website, you know, like to my attention, or like I didn't find any website that would fit my needs. So at some point in my life, this was like work related, because I worked for a really cool agency. I really loved the work there, but I used to, you know, have like a I don't know, like a 10 to 12 hour day and like work my ass off for years and years. And like at some point in my life, I was thinking, okay, fuck, man, I really love gaming. I would love to do something in gaming. And then I realized, okay, if you want to do something, you know, like with your life, you have to do the thing that you're always dreaming of. So this is how I like came up with the idea to do like a gaming website in general. And then like I just started on my own. It was a couple of years ago, actually. I just like spend a lot of time like developing ideas and developing like prototypes and like then trashing them again and stuff like that. But along the road, like the vision of this website became clearer to me, and like the more clear the vision became, the more people joined this quest for this perfect gaming hub, where you basically have your friends, you have people that you like really looking up to, you know, like famous gamers, YouTubers, let's players, whatever. But you also have like content that you're interested in and that you like normally would only find if you would like take the time and browse Reddit, or if you take the time and go to Team Liquid in the forums, or you know, like browse Twitter, or like follow a lot of people, follow a lot of blogs. And this basically is the foundation of what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring everything together, everything that's gaming related, you know. We're trying to like provide a framework, like an empty big house where everyone can have their own room and can, you know, like decorate it with stuff they like, and can show off their, you know, their interests and their skills and achievements and whatnot, and can find people that they, you know, like are like-minded to them. They have to play the same games, live in the same area that they've never met before. So this is like the basic idea of the website. It's really broad and big, and that's kind of difficult to explain in one sentence. So I'm always like struggling with like this one thing, like tell me what Anook is in 5 words. It's kind of difficult to tell.
Well, that's a question and you know that's something that's really, it's a question that's weighted. I mean, you can't really pin down something like this. You can't pin it down to one certain thing, you know, because it's such a large scale idea that it's gonna change. The idea is gonna change throughout the entire event and the entire process of developing it and such. So, I mean, that's in what I can see, at least. I mean, I don't know if it's the same way for you.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I mean, the thing is, when I started doing this, like as a startup project, basically I consulted people that are like did cool websites that became famous and like they made a lot of money with it and stuff like that. And they always told me, you know, you have to have this one brilliant idea, like really easy to understand, explainable in one sentence. And, you know, you just have to generate this buzz and hype, and then you can become big, or you fail and then you try again. So this is what people told me. And I was like, okay, but I want to do something different, you know, like I have this idea about the website which cannot be explained in one sentence, and which is not just whatever, you know, just a small iPhone app or whatever. It's basically everything that's like, you know, going around, like everything that's outside of games, which is related to games. This is what I want to do. And everyone was like, oh, okay, that's kind of a lot, you know? So this is like where I started at. And now that we have a bigger team and that are like really, really great people working with me, I realized that everyone has like their own kind of, you know, version or vision of Anook. And this is really great, because actually what we're trying to do is build a framework in the end, you know, just build the tools that gamers need to communicate, to organize their guilds, clans, teams, whatever, to promote themselves, their Twitter, their Twitch, or whatnot. You know, if it's a streamer, if it's a YouTuber, we try to just build like the basic tools that people need to get in touch with other people. So this is what Anook is right now. It's just basically under construction, and it will be for some time now. I mean, we have a lot of features that are like almost ready to release. We have like a cool like events feature coming up where basically, you know, clients can build up their own scheduler, or tournaments can put in their, you know, tournaments, and you can see like an overview of the games you're interested in, and you see all the events that are coming. Stuff like that is really, it's really easy to explain. But on the other hand, there's a lot of stuff that we want to do, like for guilds, for teams, even for like single people that are trying to do a cool, really cool gaming blog. That are not really defined yet, so it's just an ongoing process.
Well, sign us up for that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the you kind of went into the next question. I mean, I wanted to know what you kind of wanted Anook to become. You kind of explained that a little bit, but can you possibly tell us? I know that there was a lot of debate on the actual what games you guys were going to add. Are you guys going to add stuff in there like the what's the process I'm looking for? Like development games, like indie development games and such.
Definitely, this is something that I would love to do. I mean, basically, indie games for me is really, really strong for Anook. where other sites, sort of fall apart because they are either owned by a big major company, or they sort of have to sell something, and then they like indie games money. There are exceptions, but no. So this is something where Anook really, really shines, I think. In the end, we definitely want to provide like a framework for developers as well, where they can put in their own games, where they can use our tools, like if it's like the forum creation tool, if it's like an accounting tool, what we want to put in a system. So we want to provide developers for free, obviously. Get in touch with the community and to like gain an audience for an indie game. This is definitely something we would love to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that would be the best tool right there. Would be like something that would kind of spotlight, like you were telling me you were earlier, and like you were explaining earlier, something that would spotlight somebody that's smaller, maybe looking to try and get bigger. Somebody that's like us, like a podcast that's looking for more listeners, but they're also looking to help awesome gaming projects like you guys. I mean, I've always said to everybody that I'm all for helping the gaming community out, and that's our model for Max Gamer Podcast. We're here to make your gaming experience. We're here to take your gaming experience to the max with the best we can, whether that be through telling you what the best price is for the best deal on the latest video card or what. So I mean, it's good to have something like that with an actual website where people can come and actually find that kind of stuff instead of having to stumble across it on Google or something like that.
Exactly. Because like, for example, you guys, you're doing such a great show. You're doing like really creative new content, and the only thing that like I can't really bring content to the table, but what I can do is basically just provide this stage where you can present yourself, and if people like you, they can follow you, and like it's a little bit like Facebook, but just like really narrowed down to the stuff that like gamers are interested in. You still will have your Facebook, and you still will use Twitter and all that other stuff. We don't want to, like reinvent the wheel. We just like try to build this website so your content can shine and can reach more people, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I kind of was wondering how the community is helping to improve Anook and how they can continue to help it in the upcoming future.
Yeah, this is a really good question. Actually, the community does almost all the work. I mean, right now I'm doing the heavy lifting on the programming side, but still there are a lot of people in our team. No one earns money. Everyone works for free, and basically they invest a lot of time and energy to bring new people to the site, to develop new features, like in the concept stage, to like if it's just adding games, if it's just making banners for the games, if it's just adding tags for live streams, all that kind of stuff. Everything is pretty much done by the community itself. Everyone can join the team more or less. We have a lot of like really cool people from around the world. It's crazy. It's so global right now. I mean, we only started like a couple of months ago, and we have people in the team from like everywhere in the world. It's crazy. So this is really, really good. So the community basically can do everything with it, and we're open for all ideas. And I mean, the thing is, we don't have really that big of a capacity for developing really big cool features that like people came up with ideas like you could do this and this with Guild Wars 2, you could that, like stuff like that. It's really awesome, but we don't really have the time yet. So as soon as we have more like developers, we can definitely focus on bigger features that are user requests. But right now we try to do the little stuff. There is a guy asking for a spoiler tag for forums, so you can talk about games without giving away anything of the story. So we just like put it in. This was like really simple, just like a half an hour or whatever. So stuff like that we can put in immediately. And this is the cool thing about like being in this early stage. We basically can react to everything that the user wants.
No, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I like that. I want to know who was that put that in there, or that put that suggestion in.
Oh God, but he was really cool. Let me just I'll find that out in the next minute.
Well, whatever happens.
Whoever that guy is, I want to congratulate him with a handsome gentleman's chest.
Fantastic.
They're really good suggestions all the time. I mean, we have a forum for that. It's on the development blog as well, but also like by email. It's really, really cool stuff. There's so much, people that just approve of stuff we're doing, and like having small improvements, like adding an old game that they really want to play or like really want to talk about, and stuff like that is really welcome all the time. And we love to, we try to get as much feedback in as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of those things. I want to take this out of kind of context and then just kind of explain some of the stuff from Nook. I mean, the one thing that I found was just so interesting about Nook when I very first started. I mean, I joined like maybe a week back or so, and I just started messing with stuff. And the one thing that I found was so interesting about starting your own Nook was the amount of customization that you give Nook owners. That you've got. I mean, you've got blogs, you've got forums, you got live stream stuff to feature their live streams. All that stuff is brought into one area, which can feature anything that somebody might need for becoming something greater than what they might have already been. And that's one thing that I really enjoy about that. Like we've got ourself on our Nook. We've got a forum that basically our listeners can tell us what they like, what interviews they'd like to hear. So for this instance, I might have gotten a question from one of our listeners saying, "Hey, you should totally check out that dude from Anook that developed it. That Chalky guy." And I'd be like, "That is a great idea."
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is basically, like you're using Anook the way it should be used, I think. We definitely have to put in a lot of more features for example, like guilds in Guild Wars 2 or World of Warcraft or whatever, to really use Anook as their home base for their guild. There is still a lot of stuff that we have to add. But still, I think, you already got the idea. We try to bring in as much content, like tools as possible. We bring in, I already told you, we bring in the calendar, like the event feature really soon now. And we definitely want to do like a chat where you basically can use your Nuke as a chat room as well. So this is stuff that we're trying to build around the Nukes. And then obviously you still have your profile, which we want to, like I always say, it's like a gaming shrine. So, you can show off your gaming identities and like people can travel to you like and worship you and kind of stuff, just like making fun of it. But basically it's that, like we want to provide a profile, which is really like a gamer profile. And there are a lot of websites out there which do achievement tracking and they're like really good and I really like them. But I mean, I'm not really interested in how much achievements you did in Counter-Strike Global Offense the other day. Like it's more or less like about what you want to show, like off from yourself, like who you are. So we only have a few gaming entities now, but in the end, I mean, I hope we can do something for every really major game, and you basically can check out a user that posted a comment on your forum topic, and you basically just can click on his name, and you immediately see, what's this guy up to? What's his favorite? Like, what are his favorite games, and like who is he following, and all that kind of stuff is basically something that no one really provides right now. You don't have that complete gaming profile anywhere on the web. There are a lot of websites that do community stuff and gaming related social networking stuff, but I don't really think that there is any profile out there where you really have this thing. Okay, this is my gaming identity. There's another identity to myself, which is for my girlfriend or my friend, like real life friends that don't game or whatever. It's on Facebook or it's anywhere else on the web. But this is like my gaming homes. And this is like the two things that I think are really cool. You have nukes, which basically are like rooms, or like small corners that you can fill with the stuff you like. And then you basically have your own profile, which is just you. And if you, played World of Warcraft for 10 years, and then okay, it's not 10 years, but you played World of Warcraft for a long time, and you switch to Guild Wars 2 now, you still could add your World of Warcraft characters, sort of like, your history, where you came from. This is really what I love about the profiles on Anook.
Definitely, yeah, and that actually moves into another one of our questions. You're such an easy interview. You're answering all the questions before I even ask.
Sorry, I'm just talking so much. But I had a glass of wine.
No, dude, no. I love it. I love it. It's like I told you earlier. I don't like if you're on YouTube and you're looking at developer interviews, a lot of the times developer interviews, it's what is the game like, and then they hand the thing over, the game is this, and then what is this? I don't like those interviews. Those are boring to me. I like to hear the passion that the interviewee has, and I hear that a lot from you, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, one of the biggest questions that I wanted to know, really, and you kind of answered it just a little bit right there, is what are some of the features that Anook has that might make them more gaming friendly as opposed to some websites like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and some of those other gaming hubs, I guess is what you would call.
I mean, right now, like to be totally honest, we basically started with basic communication features, like the ones from Facebook or whatever, because we thought, okay, we need like a really easy a foundation where people can talk to each other. And then what we started after we had like our basic feed is adding gaming features. So we started with the whole live stream features, because I think live streams is a really interesting topic right now, because it got like big in the last, I don't know, year or so. I mean, like I used to like live streams last year and they were like, I don't know, like 50 followers, and now they have like, you know, 500 to 5,000 to whatever. It's really crazy. So we wanted to, you know, bring in live streams as a part of our concept with the profile. So you basically have a live stream. You have a guy that plays, I don't know, Zelda for the millionth time, and he wants to do fun and whatever. And basically, you don't know, you know, don't know nothing about him. You know, he basically just streams. And like Twitch profiles are okay, I guess. You have this text area you can put in stuff, but on OWN, for example, you don't have anything. There is not even a profile. So it's really hard to find out about the people. So you always have to go to a different site, you know, to Facebook or like to their official website or whatever, to find out about the people behind the stream. So we thought about, okay, what about we add streams into our gaming website, and basically people can watch the stream from our side. It's still hosted on Twitch. They still make the money with it, but it's on, you can, like, it's embedded in our site, and you can, you know, go to his profile while you watch the stream, and you're still embedded into the whole thing. So this is like the first thing we started. And then we just basically went from there and thought, okay, what are gamers up to these days? What do they need? You know, like forums, for example. Facebook doesn't really have, like, they have forums, but they suck. So we added forums, and then we said, okay, what else do they need? You know, they need like ways to talk about the game. So we added the whole game tagging stuff. And then we came up with a system which I really, really like. And it's still like, it's still not done. It's still not finished, but I think it has great potential. It's our fame ranking.
Yeah,
basically,
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's basically really simple. Like, you post something to a game. It's not, you can't, sorry, it can be like a blog post. It could be a picture upload, could just be a message, or it could be a live stream as well. And you basically just tag it with the game, and the system automatically like realizes how many people you reach with your message, with your contribution. So if you post it to World of Warcraft and you reach like 300 people, then the system automatically generates like a fame revenue for you. You know, it's just like a currency for us. We just call it fame because, you know, like gamers are competitive. So it's all about fame in the end, in a way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So we thought about, okay, it would be really cool to have like a feature where basically you just do stuff on the website and you get points for it, whatever. And then in the end, you have a list and you can see who are the best contributors to a game. Not necessarily who are like the best gamers for a game, because there are stats for that as well. We don't really have them yet, but we start to bring them into the site with the gaming identities. But like, who are the most influential people for a game? And this is something that I really think is interesting for, especially for people, you know, joining a new gaming community. We talked about it a little bit earlier, just like really short, that I want to, you know, like, I'm done with World of Warcraft and I want to start a new game. And I'm thinking about, I don't know, Guild Wars and 2 other games. And it's really hard. Like, think of not having a nuke, because we, like, Anook's so mandatory now, you have to think of not having a nuke. It's basically really complicated to, you know, compare games with each other. You have to go to all the different forums. You have to like ask a lot of questions. You have to find out who are the most prominent people in all those gaming communities. And what we're trying to do is basically we provide a system where you can see, okay, those 5 people from this game and those 5 people from that game, they have like, they are the most influential people. So I just read what they are saying, and then I can decide which game I want to play. So the system like works even for a small indie game and for a big major game. They basically generate the same fame ranking in a way, because it's attached to the actual followers on the nuke. So if a game has like 1,000 followers and the other one has just 10, then posting a message to 10 people in this game could be as valuable as posting it to a big game with like 1,000 followers and only getting like 200. So this is a really, really cool feature which I think is really like, it's dedicated for gamers, because no one, you know, like in real life situation, no one really would use that kind of feature. But for games, it's brilliant. And the cool thing about it is you can stream, and you don't even like have to interact with a nuke if you don't want to, because you're already on your stream and you have your hands full with, you know, streaming every day and night. Basically, you just generate fame as well. So you already know, like, this is a really good streamer. He has always a lot of users, not only by clicking on his Twitch profile and seeing the view count, because that you don't know, like, like how long did it take him to get those 10,000 views? You have no idea. Twitch won't provide any details for that. So what we do is basically we provide a fame ranking, which says, okay, this guy is really, really famous in StarCraft 2. You should definitely check out his stream. This is something really cool, I think.
No, definitely. Yeah, and that's
Definitely.
one thing that I had. I mean, my first day, I posted onto Anook. You know, we were having a contest to see if we could get to 100 followers on our Nook. I posted up onto the CS:GO because we're giving away two copies of CS:GO to, you know, lucky followers if they follow our Nook. You know, if we can get up to 100 in our Nook, and I instantly got fame on CS:GO. I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. I feel better about myself now.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's posting stuff, you know. I mean, we have to drive to Anook, so yeah, that's one part of the reasons, or one reason why we did that. But on the other hand, I think in the end, like in a couple of months from now, the system is really cool because as long as you like keep posting stuff like regularly, you don't even have to post every day or whatever. You basically don't lose fame, but you gain fame for everything you do. But if you are not active at all, if you let's just drop a game and just start with something else, you still have fame for the old game, but it like diminishes like slowly and just like, you know, like if there's a guy not streaming for months, his fame just goes down really slow. And still, you know, if there's a new guy coming to the website, going to CS:GO, just clicking on users, they immediately see, you know, the most like important people for this game. And it's the cool thing. Maybe I wasn't clear enough about it. It's for every game. So basically, you can be like a top pro in League of Legends, but you really suck at StarCraft 2. So, you know, if I post a comment, like I post something about StarCraft, and there's a guy answering to me, you know, and saying like, okay, you're doing everything wrong. You should do it like this, and like, believe me, I really know my stuff. And you click on his profile, you can immediately see how much fame does he have in StarCraft and League of Legends and whatever. So basically, he's this master in League of Legends, and he's really, really good. But in StarCraft, not so much. So you know, you can like get a feeling for people and know where they're good at and where not. That's like the cool thing about the fame ranking.
No, I really do like it. It's a really good concept, and it's working out really well so far from what I've seen. I mean, there's people on Nook that I can go to and probably ask, you know, what's the best way to level a character from 1 to 80 in World of Warcraft, and I could probably get an answer within a couple minutes at least. So, but yeah, let's what other question do we have? I mean, like I said, you blasted through pretty much all of our questions. I mean, that's awesome. I love it. Mute your mics on me.
Sorry.
You're making it hard for David to talk. Damn it.
Sorry.
What'd you say, David? I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm sorry. All good.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, let's open it up for user asked questions. I mean, that's the best that I can do right now. I don't think I have any other questions for you other than like maybe, you know, is integration with actual other social networks a possibility in the future? I mean, I know that you already have a slight integration with like posting and such to Facebook as well as Twitter. But are you looking to get like an integration where maybe you can pop your profiles in there and people can also follow you on like Twitter or Facebook or Google Plus or something like that?
Definitely. I mean, we'd love to do cross posting really soon, so that you can basically add your Twitter and Facebook account to Anook, and then basically you post on Anook and you like immediately spread it to all your other social networks. That's something that we probably going to bring into the website really soon. But also I want to integrate everything else that's there for gaming. I mean, the idea is like with the gaming identities right now, there are a couple of sites actually that provide us the data already. For example, for StarCraft, there is a really cool site that generates data for us. We don't do it ourselves because they have all the bots that parse the Blizzard websites, and we basically get the data from them, and we link to them, so they're cool with it. And this is something we definitely want to do with everything else. So I mean, like even talking about Steam, even talking about Raptor and all those gaming clients that are out there, and obviously about the console clients as well, like Xbox Live and PlayStation Network and all. They're not PlayStation Network called, right? They changed the name to something else. But all those social networks that are docked to a console as well, we definitely want to integrate them into Anook. This is just a matter of time till we have have the resources to do so. So in the end, yeah, we definitely have the vision for Anook to be this hub where you can, get an overview of everything that's there, and then if you want to, go in deep into like a topic, then you probably have to leave Anook. There's probably an external link because there is this website which is doing, I don't know, let's say World of Warcraft PvP really, really good, and there are like there's awesome coverage about that, but still you got the link on Anook, so you can always return to Anook, and it's just like a link. It's just like Reddit with all the social features.
Awesome. Now, can you kind of give us an idea as to what games might be added soon?
Actually, no, I can't because I don't do that myself. There is this guy Adrian, and he's really lazy, and hopefully he's listening, and he adds some more games that are in the topic. No, and
Please
then
have that lazy guy Adrian add natural selection 2 for me.
you know what? I'll just post it to the topic right now, and then you hopefully get to it. We have a topic in the it's 9 pages long. We have a topic in the development forum where basically everyone can just suggest titles we have to add, and he's trying to work that list off, but it's getting quite long, and we sort of decided that we start with games that are popular right now because people talk more about the new StarCraft add-on than, let's say, I don't know, Age of Empires 1, because obviously there's still people playing it, but no one really talks about that much, at least not right now on the Nuke. So we have this like internal ranking where we say, okay, new games first, but everything else is going to be added as well. So we already have like the old StarCraft in there, we have the old Warcraft 3, we have Age of Empires 2, like all this. We try to get everything in there at some point. So you can post whatever you want there, and then just like pray or just like send him a private message and telling him, and like he should edit it right now, and then he's probably doing it.
Definitely, yeah. One question that I had actually was, I know that you're basically the main developer right now. You're dealing with all the code, but commented and gave us a look at Adrian. Do you have any other? Can you tell us who else might be on the development team?
Yeah, obviously, definitely. Sorry, there is this guy, Bat, on the website. He's amazing. He has a really tough job, and he still keeps our service up to date, and he's there when I need him. He's a much better coder than me, so whenever I have a question, I can ask him. It's really important to have him. And he's also having some guys from his like office team working on the service, on the backup service, and all that kind of stuff, because I have no idea about that shit. And he's really, really cool, and I have to can't thank him enough. He's really awesome. And also, like, aside from the development, we have our brilliant designer on the team. She's from New York. She's like responsible for the way Anook looks, and I think this is like one of the major parts that sets Anook apart from everything else that's there, because we chose to do a different style than gaming websites normally would look like. We didn't want to do like 3D drop shadow kind of thing. It's still cool, I still love that shit, but there are so many websites out there that look like this, so we tried to do something totally different, and I think it has a really, really clean and stylish look to it. So I mean, I can't thank her enough. Obviously, she gave Anook a face, and there are a lot of really cool people in the team. I mean, obviously you met Pedro already, Excelor on the website. He's great. He's like, we have Tommy in the team. He's awesome. So it's really hard to name all of them because there are a lot. We actually have like 27 people in the development chat right now, like just like talking about what we can do and what we can change. But also, it's more important to highlight, I think, that everyone else who's not on a team right now can be in the team. We don't want to do like an exclusive thing. We don't have this idea of like being this cool development team that has the access to all the cool features. We actually want to empower everyone to create stuff on Anook, and we definitely are looking for new developers who can speed up development on all the gaming identities we're planning to do. And we definitely need more people that can spread the word, can help us with the community building and administration and moderation and all that kind of stuff. So if anyone's out there that want to like be a part of the Anook history, they can definitely join us. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Well, you've always got us for spreading the
Awesome.
word of Anook. I mean, it's as I said before. I love spreading the word for gaming communities and such, and you are the perfect example of it. Am I right, Zombie?
That is 100% awesome. So
You've left zombie. You've left zombie
yeah,
speechless.
yeah. Most of the time, I'm just like zombie. But yeah. So I did have a question. Do you guys have any plans to do like an Android or an iOS app for Anook?
Yeah, we definitely have the plans. I mean, we started with the idea of doing an app, but yeah, I mean, to make it even a little bit more bigger, I have the vision of a new not being a website at all. I mean, I think a website is really cool to have, and it's the base of the community. But I think in the end, we definitely have to be on mobile phones and like really cool in a really cool way. So we haven't started with it yet because I'm actually like I have no idea about mobile development, and we have a guy that already like contacted us and wants to help with the development. This is really cool, but um, it will take couple of months, I think, before we really can start with that stuff because we have still a lot of like core features not ready for release. So it's
Understandable.
able to do like both web and mobile on the same side. But also, I mean, it's not only about mobile. I definitely think about a new like as a community. Like in the end, we probably want to pop up in games as well or whatever. I'm not. I don't want to become like a Steam or anything, but to provide an API which everyone can integrate into stuff they're doing, and just can use our chats and our accounting and our all that kind of stuff would be so amazing, especially when we talked about indie game developers before, like to provide framework for indie game developers free of charge where you basically just can plug into our community and basically have access to all the stuff that we provide would be awesome. So in the end, maybe there's this new cool Minecraft coming out in a year or two, and basically you can log in with your Anook account and like use your Anook chat and your Nuke inside the game. So this is something I'm dreaming of. This is like my vision for Anook at some point.
That would be awesome. Another question I had real quick was, do you guys have any plans to get like the gaming hardware side into Anook? I'm a hardware guy myself. I'm a system builder. So when it comes to gaming, I see PCB boards, motherboards, and stuff like that.
Definitely. We already have a category for nukes, which says hardware. It's not really like a cool name for it, but we definitely want to encourage people to talk not only about games, but everything around games, like if it's mouses or building hardware stuff. It's amazing. It's awesome. And I want to read that stuff. So we're really cool, to get some people to talk about it. Also, if you have ideas how to integrate it more, we would be really welcome. Like you're really welcome to talk about it. There's another thing that we're trying to do. We just started with basically just try to contact a few developers and publishers, and also there are companies in there like Razer and stuff like that. We created a nuke for them and just send them a link and just like, okay, look guys, this is what you could look like on a nuke, and this is something where it's like a Facebook page for you guys, and it could be really really interesting in the end. So yeah, definitely trying to get hardware companies as well to get onto the website, maybe give some send out some giveaways for the community or whatever. So this is something we definitely want to do. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you enough, dude. This project is badass. That's about the best way that I can sum it up. If you guys have not gone to it yet, if we got listeners out there, go and sign up for Anook right now. It's simple. It's like a 5-minute sign up. Probably not even that. It's www.anook.com. Simple stuff.
And that's another thing I wanted to comment about was your sign up process was so painless. I mean, when you sign up for Facebook, it's like, here, give us your email, and now it's, do you want to add friends? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And it's like, no, I just want to sign up for now, and then figure out the website, and then I'll add friends later. And that's basically what Anook did, was for me anyway, was like, okay, I'll just sign up for the service, and then after that I'll add friends and customize and stuff like that later. And it was really non-intrusive and very user friendly. So was that something that you guys were kind of intending to do?
That's really great to hear, actually. Yeah, I mean, more or less, you're right. The thing is, we get sort of mixed responses to that, because there are some people that join the nuke and have no idea what to do. And we are really, it's a really bad user experience, like the first user experience, if you're not really this kind of guy that wants to find out stuff, If you basically just join the nuke and you have no idea what you are right now and you don't really know what to do, it's kind of hard to work with the website. So we definitely want to improve the sign up process a little bit more, that we like do it optional, that you basically are guided through a process where you can say, okay, what games are you interested in? And if you are interested in those games, you should follow them. And if you follow those games, maybe those users could be interesting to follow. But this is something we definitely want to do optional, because I really like the way it is right now, that you basically can just log in with like three, you just have to put in your username, email, and password, and you're good, and you can start with it. And this is something I really like about Anook, that you basically can set up your profile in a minute, or you can, take several hours to get into detail, find everything like that.
I mean, it's exactly like you said. It's one of the most user friendly interfaces that I've found, at least. I don't really understand how you can mess up signing up for that and get confused about it, but there are those people that are not as tech savvy as some of us, right?
Trust us, we know a few.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. The thing is, there's a guy posting Anook.com on Facebook, and then there's the other guy, and then it clicks on him, and then it's like on this, like strange looking website, really stylish and like clean, and he has no idea what's up, and then just like signs up, and then he's basically has an empty feed and there's no games he's following, and he's just like lost, And obviously, if it's a guy like, he just like clicks on games and follows a couple of games, and then he's sad. There are people that like having a hard time, like learning a new website. So we try to provide a better way for them as well, while keeping the way it is right now.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. So congrats to you guys, and I love the design of it, the simplicity, and the Facebook has its own thing going, Twitter has its own thing going. I think you guys have set yourself apart with just the simplicity of it and the user friendly back end of it, like your settings and such. One question I had was, I mean, what is the significance of the word Nook?
Oh, okay, that's really cool. I mean, you know the word Nook, which basically means something like a corner or like a small place.
Mm-hmm.
Came up with the idea that we say, okay, this is a Nook. This is like the special place. This is like your little hideout. It's like the perfect spot to be in. So it's just like, it sounds like a proper name. It sounds like I don't know, like a girl's name or whatever, but it has a meaning to it as well. So we try to like in our small icon, we do the circle around our A, which basically, tries to explain that we want to like build this safe harbor, where you just basically have all your stuff in one place, and you can stuff your trophies and show them off, but still it can be separated from your real life if you want to. So I mean, this is another thing, that there are a lot of people actually having business clients or like girlfriends or even parents on Facebook, and they don't want them to see their latest achievements in Diablo. Like, yeah, I played 20 hours straight, I'm so cool. And everyone else like, no, you're not, you should be working. So this is another thing. You can have a username, and like everyone you game with knows your username. You don't have to put in your real name. It's optional, and it's only like people see your real name only if they're friends with you. So this is kind of cool. It's like kind of a privacy thing. So you still can show off, but keep your identity secret if you don't want to. If you don't want to be recognized by your boss or whatever.
So
your boss or your
basically, it's your own little corner of the gaming world. Jake, mute shit. Come on. What'd you say? Did we lose Chalky?
I'm still here. Sorry.
Okay, so we're having issues with with the mic. I think that Zombie's audio is like surpassing yours. So every time you hear me go, "Zombie, shut up!" That's because I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Maybe my mic though. It's like
No,
really okay.
But yeah, so basically, it's like your own little corner, correct?
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, Zombie, do you have any other questions?
I don't. So
I don't really have any other questions other than comments. I mean, if I does anybody else on the actual stream have any questions for Mr. Chalky or David? I guess we can't really wait for him, can we?
Sure, we can.
Almost everything. So, want to say thank you so much. I think you're doing a really, really great job. I really love your stuff. I just listened to the last session just like a couple of hours ago, and it's really funny and cool and like insightful. So keep it up. thank you so much for having me. I hope you get a lot of viewers from Anook. I mean, I hope that this works out both ways, you know. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, hey, like I've told you, I mean, I'm not worried about myself. I want to get you guys out there. That was my biggest goal right now today was getting the word of Nook out to all of my followers that we have on our Twitter, that we have on our Facebook. Let everybody know about it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and talk to a couple of people that I know. We know a couple of YouTubers that have a pretty good listener base and such. We're gonna go ahead and talk to those guys, see if we can get the word out to that. You might have a couple more interviews coming up for you, man. So get ready for those.
Used to that.
So, but yeah, I mean, we love Anook. It's a great service. We hope that you guys do great with it. And again, we'll just throw this out there. Go to www.anook.com. Sign up for it if you have not already. For all those guys that are listening to this, make it maybe on our archive or over on our YouTube page. Go and sign up for it. Go and check Chalky out. It's anook.com/ I believe user. Or is it, you tell them.
It's just anook.com/Chalky. You won't miss it.
Okay.
And third most prominent person on the website right now. Hopefully going to surpass Pedro real soon.
That's our goal right now. For anybody listening on the actual the archive of this, we need to get Mr. Chalky right here. We need to get him above Pedro right now.
It's going to be tough though. He's like a baller. He has so many friends.
Yeah, we need to get you above them. We need to get you above them. So yeah, go and check them out. Also go and check our Nook out. It's www.anook.com/page/max-gamer, and of course go and check all of our services out at www.facebook.com/maxgamerpodcast, twitter.com/maxgamerpodcast, and youtube.com/maxgamerpodcast. We would love to hear from you guys. Let us know, what you think of some of our content, and as you just barely said, Chalky, you listened to our podcast recently, correct?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, go and check that out as well, guys. That's over at max-gamer.com. You can get that. It's our first episode of the second season. We're hoping to have big things on the second season, so looking forward to that. We got some good names coming up for interviews as well.
Yes, we got confirmations, but not times. People have said yes, we'll do it, but after PAX or after this or after that. But they said that they would do it.
I'll give you a peek on one of them. I mean, we've contacted Hawken, and they've given us a definite confirmation. So we need to confirm a time, and we're looking forward to getting possibly Raider Z. So look forward to that, guys. Again, Chalky, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Zombie, mute your goddamn microphone because I can't hear him.
Thank you so much, guys. Awesome. You have awesome content lined up for the next weeks.
We do, man. We do for the next. Really the next season. So I mean, it's going to be a fun time, and we're always looking to get bigger. I would love to have you back on as soon as possible. Once maybe the site goes out of beta, I would love to have you back on, brother.
Thank you so much. Anytime.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, like I said, go and check Chalky out. Anook.com/Chalky. Go and sign up for Anook. Pretty simple stuff. We'll talk to y'all later. Just remember, guys, keep gaming.